Russian hacker claims FBI coerced confession over Clinton's cyber attack. This was on May 13th, 2017. It was released. It was awfully quiet after that WannaCry or WannaCrypt hack, that ransomware thing that got released. This story hasn't gone anywhere. It's been quiet. Nobody's talking about it. But this story is huge. Hey guys, check this out, okay? You know all that screaming and carrying on and everything, all the big scare about the WannaCry or WannaCrypt ransomware that's going around? Well, that happened and started on the 13th. Well, so did this story right here on May 13th, 2017. Russian hacker claims FBI coerced confession over Clinton's cyber attack. The Russian man wanted by the Justice Department on charges connected to hacking U.S. companies now claims the FBI offered him immunity in exchange for accepting responsibility for the cyber attacks targeting the former Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. Now remember, Comey just got fired Friday. Okay? All right? See? Do you see all this stuff going on? As the Washington Times reports, Yevgeny Nikulin, the alleged hacker, laid the claim to Russian media Thursday in a letter sent from the Czech Republic prison cell amid an international extradition battle currently underway between Washington and Moscow. He handwrote this. FBI agents promising Nikulin money, American citizenship, and a free apartment for the taking, or for taking the fall over hacking Mrs. Clinton's campaign. He alleges this in a letter published Thursday by Nastayoshcho Vremya, okay, a Russian language website. They told me you will have to confess to breaking into Clinton's inbox for President Trump wait a minute, what? They told me you will have to confess to breaking into Clinton's inbox for President Trump on behalf of Russian President Vladimir Putin, Mr. Nikulin wrote, as translated by the Moscow Times. Later, I received an offer from an agent. You will have to declare that you broke Hillary Clinton's mailbox for Donald Trump on Putin's orders. You must agree to the extradition to the U.S., and then we will remove all charges, give you an apartment, money, U.S. citizenship. He says, I gave up shortly after questioning was over. The agent said that they had come. According to Nikulin, the proposal was made during the conversations between 14 and 15 November. The following conversation then took place on February 7th. You have to say it is you broke Mail Clinton, that you prepared and entered into a Democratic network polling stations on Putin's orders, and you called the names of accomplices, agreed to extradition, and in America we will resolve all the issues and we'll be living in an apartment and we will provide for you all. He was offered to falsely testify that he was cooperating in the attack on the Democratic Party, defense attorney Martin Sadlik said Thursday, the Associated Press reported. FBI agents interviewed Nikulin twice since his arrest, he wrote, and each time asked him to confess to hacking American political targets. Mr. Nikulin said he refused their initial request last November, then received a second offer 3 months later. The agents asked Mr. Nikulin to admit hacking again that her presidential campaign. In exchange, he alleges the FBI said that he'll be extradited to the U.S., but ultimately given money, citizenship, and a free apartment. The FBI declined to comment. So we already know that they did it. That was Comey's FBI department. Remember that. The Justice Department charged Nikulin with hacking LinkedIn, Dropbox, FormSpring, but not for cyber attacks on the political targets compromised during the run-up to last year's election. The government has largely attributed those cyber attacks to a division of Russia's military intelligence agency, GRU, referred to by the names including APT-28, Pawn Storm, and Fancy Bear. That's supposedly the Russian ones. Remember everybody was talking about those Russian hacks and everything? And it was so ridiculous how it all pointed to these Russian hackers. Now, why would Russia hack somebody if they were worth their salt? Why would they hack anything and point to themselves as the hackers, right? Anyway, an extradition hearing concerning Nikulin had scheduled for Thursday, May 11th in Prague, but the proceedings were abruptly postponed until May 30th due to formal objections raised by defense attorneys involving language barriers and other issues. You don't say. Sorry, with those translations, I can see why. Anyway, additionally, as the Moscow Times reports, the case has drawn some attention in Russia, where reporters have unearthed photos of the self-described used car salesman driving lavish cars and taking photos with Russian elite. Looks like those motivational type of videos or photos, right? Anyway, Nikolin's social media pages had included snaps with both the daughter of Defense Minister Shoigu and Kremlin Press Secretary Dmitry Peskov. The Russian has since claimed that he met the daughter by chance and only bumped into Peskov when they sat in the same cafe. And that's it. But what I did is I checked on this, and I did see, and I got the translations and everything. I looked at this, but here's the funny thing. This is all happening right at this same time, in addition to Keith Olbermann calling on Russia, the GRU, the Japanese intelligence agencies, all different intelligence agencies, and everybody in the world to give us the information, to give us the goods, and put it at the back door on the porch and stuff. So all this stuff is basically to sideline our attention from what's really going on. We've got the media trying their version of a coup. We've got Hillary Clinton trying to be the resistance. And then we've got this. And I do believe this has a lot of weight in my gut instinct says this is more true than not. I just wanted to get that out there and make sure everybody got to understand the context. All this stuff happening at the same time, you got to look at this in 3D and see what's really going on behind everything, and remembering all these little details, Anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Find your quantum connections at truthfrequencyradio.com.